All right, folks. All right, folks. So let's go ahead and calculate the integral. So remember, if it's just the integral, you're gonna go ahead and you can do it by hand, or you can use the calculator. You can use the calculator in different ways, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the math feature. So on your calculator, you're gonna go down to your um, finite integral. Hit enter. Put in the function, which is 1/2. You can put it as 1/2. I'm gonna put it as 0.5 x to the third power. The third power you could do it like this, the third power, or you can find it under math and the option 3, and you can just scroll down to 3, or you can just type in the number 3. So that's 0.5 or 1/2 x to the third minus 4x squared plus 5x plus 5, like that. All right, make sure you do a comma, the variable that you're going to integrate this, and then you're going to be doing from the lower limit, which is -1, comma, and the upper limit, which is 7. Make sure you close out the parentheses, and that tells you that it's going to be 1.333. You can use that, or you can change it to a fraction, which I like a little better. So you could do it as 4/3. Okay, so the first answer should be either 1.333. The last number doesn't round that up to a 4, so it's going to be 1.333, or you can have it as 4/3. Let me see if I can. I'm not using my usual writing program. Yeah, so you can do as, so this is just equal. Oh, okay, I guess not. So you can write it as 4/3. So you can do this as, well, you know the answer, right? So the second one, it's going to be the same. So you might have ran into a little trouble because I did forget to put in that it's the same function, 1/2 x to the third minus 4x squared plus 5x plus 5. So if you graph that, you'll get this exact same picture here, and we just wanted the area that's underneath it. So the only thing we got to do is we got to change what we just did. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. Well, let's start over here, right? So I want to do the finite integral again, but because we want just the area, okay, then I'm going to do I want the absolute value. Basically, any area that's negative will be positive. So absolute value is going to be under math, and it scrolls to the right, number, and there's the ABS for absolute value. Okay, and you see how it's in parentheses. So now you got to make sure that you put everything in parentheses, and I need the function. Okay, so the function is going to be 1/2, which is, I'm going to put 0.5 x to the third power, just like how we talked about before, minus 4x squared plus 5x plus 5. Okay, close our parentheses because that parentheses belongs with the absolute value. Okay, I know before we didn't put parentheses, but we didn't have to because all of those functions were together already. Okay, and then now we need to do comma x, comma the lower limit of integration. If we look down here, okay, it looks like it goes all the way down. It's only down to here. Okay, it doesn't go all the way over here. This is part of the line. So it only goes down to the lower limit is going to be -1, and the upper limit is going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's going to all go all the way up to 7. I think that's what it was before as well. Okay, I think that's what we, yeah. So it's -1 to 7 um, from the integral, and it's exactly the same thing except we're just doing area. So it's going to take a bit because it's calculating absolute value. See how it takes a little longer to calculate. And then any negative integral or negative area under the x-axis will now become positive. So, okay, and your answer should be positive when you use this, finding using the absolute value or finding the total area. It should always come out positive. So if you get a negative answer, that means something went wrong. Yeah, and it's thinking for quite a bit, and still thinking. So this one comes out to be, and it's not gonna, there's no fraction for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do fraction, but you can see it doesn't do it. So the only answer is gonna be 39.4 39.135 or 39.1, sorry, 39.315 or 39.316. Those are only two acceptable answers. Okay. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys um, fixed a thing or two or learned a thing or two if you kind of got a little mixed up.